Joe Biden had a bad debate night, and the world exploded. Okay, that was all that was going to be talked about. There were people who wrote books about it. Hello, Jake. All this other, and Donald Trump's physical and mental collapse is right in our faces every day. He cannot string 20 words together without some wild misstatement of fact. I would say that kindly. When he's not lying, his senility and his dementia is so obvious that he does not understand where he is or what he's doing. This is a president who is physically and mentally collapsing in front of America.
888-971-SAGE, 888-971-7243. That is Rick Wilson. I believe Rick Wilson claimed he was a Republican. And he is probably one of Trump's more severe public critics. You see him often on programs like MSNBC Hee Haw, along with Kellyanne Conway's estranged husband, George Conway. And there are others. Now, there's a lot that I can understand why people dislike Donald Trump. I said that many times. They're paying attention to his swing rather than where the ball lands. He can be rude. He can be impetuous. He can be profane. He can say things and then take them back and act like he never said them. Most of that, in my opinion, is part of the expression white noise. But to say the man is senile, are you kidding me? Can you imagine Joe Biden having spontaneous press conferences the way this man does, taking incoming from all sorts of different reporters, giving long interviews on places like Hannity, places like Laura Ingraham? He was on NBC recently. And by the way, now that they have pressured these outlets into posting the full interview, you could see the full interview he had with NBC. They used 27 minutes of it. It was almost, I think, 73 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. And the Trump administration put up the entire interview. You find out whether or not you think he sounds senile. Here's what he said about health care, number 63.
On Obamacare, you raised several times during this shutdown debate that it's clear that this was never going to work without these massive subsidies. Now they wanted to continue the COVID subsidies. So given the fact that Obamacare really can't survive as they thought without these subsidies, what next?
Well, I watched Obama from when this thing came about. As you know, I opposed it very strongly. Unfortunately, we had a couple of negative votes, which should never have happened. But I said it's going to be a disaster, and I was exactly right. The premiums have gone up like rocket ships, and I'm not just talking about recently. I'm talking about for years they've been going up. And he said premiums will go down. Everything will be wonderful. It's horrible health insurance at a very high price. And what I want, and probably what you're alluding to, is the fact that I want, instead of going to the insurance companies, I want the money to go into an account for people where the people buy their own health insurance. It's so good. The insurance will be better. It'll cost less. Everybody's going to be happy. They're going to feel like entrepreneurs. They're actually able to go out and negotiate their own health insurance. And they can use it only for that reason. That's the beauty, only for that purpose. And if we did that, that would be so exciting. Call it Trump care, call it whatever you want to call it, but anything but Obamacare. Obamacare is a disaster, just like he was as a president.
Oh, sure sounded senile then, didn't he? In what way? It's just Trump derangement syndrome. I mean, I know you dislike the man. I know you find him contemptible. I know you compared him to Hitler. But it was a perfectly coherent answer. You probably didn't like it. You probably feel that health care is a right, even though it's not in the Bill of Rights. But I'm sure that doesn't matter to you because the Constitution is a living, breathing document, not a contract that restrains government, leaving everything else to the states and to the people. No, you don't feel that way at all. So the whole idea of objecting to Obamacare, you probably find it offensive. The idea that people are on SNAP who shouldn't be on there, you probably find that offensive. But to call him senile because you dislike him, it's just ill. It's just sick. Maybe someday they'll develop a vaccine. He also talked about China and how dependent our universities have become on China. I'll play that for you. We'll find out whether or not you think he sounds incoherent. And he responded to Marjorie Taylor Greene's criticism that he should be focusing more on the economy. This man focuses on everything. Sleeps about 4 or 5 hours a day, does not drink or smoke, and you call him senile?